Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with your Piney podcast. Oh, what a day. What a day it has been in this Pineys house, South Jersey. My basement flooded, my fridge broke, I got no food, I had to throw out a bunch of food, I had to throw out a bunch of boxes, I had to dry vac a carpet, I'm going to have to tear up that carpet. I had to get a new sump pump. It's just been terrible. I cannot tell you the first world ordeal I'm having. But we're all having an ordeal here in New Jersey because we are ruled by the tyrant governor Phil Murphy, and here he is being retweeted by Kurt Segligan. Texas and Mississippi are going maskless with 100% opening of all businesses. Here's Governor Murphy's reaction to that. And he's absolutely astonished that people are getting rid of the mask and opening their businesses and going about their lives. He's not doing that at all. He is rolling out things so damn slowly. He's still squeezing everybody. And he's just lucky that Cuomo's blowing up and he's not. Because if it wasn't for Cuomo having way more deaths on his hands, Murphy would be next in line, and he may very well be when he runs for governor. I hope the Republican who goes up against him drags that up and throws it in his face, because a lot of people have died, and I believe it's mostly his fault. And someone posted the daily new deaths per million comparing Los Angeles and Florida. Now, Florida, for the most part, didn't do much, whereas in Los Angeles, California and specifically Los Angeles locked down a lot. And you could see the comparisons here. Around April 10th of last year, Los Angeles had an indoor mask mandate, and their cases started going up. I'm not sure what Florida had. They had something, but I don't think it was that. I think it was more voluntary. Then Los Angeles had an outdoor mask mandate in May when things are getting warmer in Los Angeles. And I don't think Florida did much. And then their cases started going down, and so did Los Angeles a little bit. Then at a low point, Los Angeles, or a lower point than it had been, they closed indoor dining in Los Angeles for some bizarre reason. Now, at that point, completely disconnected, Florida's cases started going up and up. And then Los Angeles went up a little. Florida had a spike and then went down. And then Los Angeles started to gradually go down. And about halfway through the downturn in Florida, they did a phase 3 reopening. This was September 25th. And their rates basically continued to go down, and they started to hit a low point. Then Los Angeles started to go up again, so they closed outdoor dining and added curfews in November, around November 20th and 25th, and then cases started to go up. Then they did a stay-at-home order on December 6th, and things started to spike. Now, Florida went up too, but not nearly by as much, and you could see by the black line, that's where Los Angeles spiked. And the orange line is where Florida spiked. So you could see that Florida, it has a higher rate now than it did, but it doesn't appear to be connected to anything the government did or didn't do. Whereas Los Angeles, same thing. Or if anything, you could infer from this that the stay-at-home orders probably made things worse. I mean, something's definitely up. Who knows? Maybe the Chinese government released a tougher strain on the coast. But, why are they... I mean, Los Angeles is just the city. This is comparing the entire state of Florida, which has several cities. And it's way lower. Way lower. So, Los Angeles is a mess. And Governor Murphy, trying to follow the science, he's not. I don't believe he is. I think he's just doing this because it's making certain people money, and he's fine with that. And they're going to give money for his reelection campaign, and hopefully, God willing, we will boot him out of office. Big expansion in New Jersey beer virus vaccine eligibility includes teachers, restaurant workers. Here are the dates and details. It's mostly people you might think should be, vaccinated. People, teachers are, kids are a germ factory, sure. Transit workers, sure. They run into a lot of people. Motor vehicles commission workers, I gotta question that one. I don't know why you need to move that one on the top of the list. I've been to the motor vehicles. They've got plenty of plexiglass. They don't let a lot of people in. They've got a good buffer. A good buffer. I question that. The rest of them seem okay. But then you get down to members of tribal communities. This whole list was public workers based on their occupation and their connection to the public. And then you add members of tribal communities. They're not part of the New Jersey government. What? Why would you prioritize them? Migrant farm workers, they don't talk to anybody in the fields. I'm not sure why you're inoculating them, and how are you going to keep track of them? Why would you even put them on the list? They're here illegally, many of them. They're not going to show up for a vaccine and give them your name, are they? What the hell are you doing, Murphy? And then people who are homeless, living in homeless shelters and domestic violence shelters. The last two, because the shelters are inside, of course, I would say yes. But homeless people on the street, how are you going to do that? You're just going to start jabbing every guy sleeping on the sidewalk, or what? Some of these guys are mentally ill. They're not going to be. They're either going to have a wildly negative reaction to you wanting to inject them with something. Possibly, or they could possibly have inject me again. How are you going to keep track of that? These guys are homeless. They don't have an address. How are you even going to find them? Aren't there other people to inject? Why don't you take care of the people we can get a hold of and New Jersey quietly added 11 medical conditions, including being overweight, asthma, to beer virus vaccine eligibility test. I'm not sure why you would be quiet for this list, but on the list, mostly things you would consider. I mean, immunocompromised. That should have been in the first wave, but in diabetes, overweight, BMIs greater than 25 but less than 30, obese residents were already eligible. Oh, okay. Not sure why you just wouldn't put everybody on the list who had some sort of condition, but there you go. There you go. I guess you get priority. I guess you can get the injection easier. I hope that all the old people are covered first. I think they are. New Jersey reports 45 beer virus deaths, 2,820 cases, hospitalizations down by half since December. Interesting. Because January and February were very, very cold. And normally, when you have cold weather, you have a lot of sickness. And yet, it's way down. Why is that? It's probably because the science is not matching up to what they're saying or doing. It also might be that everybody stayed in because they were asked to lock down anyway, and the weather's crappy, so, But you got to let people out. You got to let people out. They are not going to stay cooped up this spring. And Murphy's slow rollout is just going to destroy his political career, God willing. South Jersey now. Vaccine shipments could explode in size by April. I guess. I mean, states are now opening up. It's not going to be much longer before people in this state start going, why aren't we opening, Murphy? So, I mean, do you honestly think you can inject everybody in the state? What about people who don't want the injection? It's not even the plan. Video, armed robbers show breaking in the South Jersey home. This is in Gloucester City. You can see these guys got masks and a whole bit. Look at that. Look at that. They're coming in. They're not messing around. So, watch yourselves. Watch yourselves. Fortunately, they didn't hurt anybody, but they did hold people at gunpoint while they robbed them. Uh, and it looks like they were having a pizza when this all happened. Did they take the pizza? No, they took a cell phone, cash from a safe, and jewelry from a display case. Oh, they must have known about the safe. Yeah, that's how they get you. They find out you're sitting on a wad of money. That's how they go after you. And then they ask, to identify these guys. Could you identify anybody from this picture? I don't think so. I mean, the guy's got a beard, okay. So do lots of people now. Beards are in. But he's got a beer virus mask on. There's no way you're going to be able to identify this dude. No way. I mean, maybe by that hoodie, a close friend. Oh, yeah, my friend always wears that hoodie. That must have been him because he's known for robbing people. I mean, that's the only way you can do it. But, I guess, if you've seen him, Pineys, and finally, some positive stuff. South Jersey, Philadelphia, things to do. Delsea Drive-In reopens for the season. Good for you. Drive-ins are making a comeback because they're outside. So they're going to be showing Tom and Jerry and Space Jam. Also on screen 2, Chaos Walking and Fear of Rain. So I guess they're the grown-up movies. Space Jam and Tom and Jerry. That sounds like a cool double bill. Over at Haddonfield Restaurant Week, features a twist sponsored by the Haddonfield Food and Beverage Collective and the Haddonfield Financial Planning and Haddonfield Film Company. It's being held from March 9th to the 14th. So participating businesses throughout Haddonfield will offer special deals throughout the week, including to-go options, in-house dining options, and more. So, cool. Check out that. Wheaton Conversation focuses on Thurman Statham. What the hell's that? Wheaton's Arts and Cultural Center will host virtual Wheaton Conversations. Thurman Statham? Oh, it's a guy. Okay. I was like, Thurman Statham. It didn't even sound like a name to me. Join Statham as he discusses his art and creative process and answers questions. Well, it would be nice to know what kind of art he makes, but there you go. Celebrate Read Across America with Burlington County Library. March 6th starts a virtual children's program, ages 3 to 10, featuring author Danielle Lacey of Tabernacle. Tickets are $15 per family. Proceeds will be used by the foundation to support library improvements. So that sounds like fun if you got kids. Author's books include Goodnight Monsters, The Stinky Diaper, and There Once Was a King. Learn about World War II history. The P-47 Thunderbolt Advocates and Millville Army Airfield Museum will host a virtual movie night at 6 p.m. March 9th via Zoom. Rocky Gannon will be the speaker. Lieutenant Colonel Gannon began his U.S. Air Force career at age 19 serving as a B-17 bomber during World War II. During his 37-year career, he also flew for 18 months during the Korean War and later flew 387 missions in Vietnam. He also earned the Distinguished Flying Cross. Oh, that's pretty cool. He must be up there. And this is big news. Take a walk with Dr. Seuss? Somebody didn't get the memo and didn't cancel Dr. Seuss. Good for you. I hope these guys just didn't miss the news story. I hope they just go for it and no one notices. Cherry Hill Recreation Department and Cherry Hill Public Library will celebrate Dr. Seuss's birthday with Story Walk Cherry Hill. The places you will go through March 15th at the Croft Farm at 100 Bortons Mill Road. Through this fun educational activity, visitors will have an opportunity to enjoy a Dr. Seuss book as they progress along this popular walking route. Oh, that sounds like fun. Oh, and then another Dr. Seuss thing. Cool. I'm so glad. My worry is these guys are super woke and they've already backpedaled on this and canceled it. So call ahead. But no one tell them. No one tell them. These guys obviously aren't on Twitter. Pop Shop celebrates Seuss Week. Collingswood. The Pop Shop will celebrate Dr. Seuss and Read Across America with several events. Cool. Wish Upon a Wacky Wednesday, March 3rd. Wear your best wacky outfit. Oh, that's today. I can't join you. Basement. Cat in the Hat PJ Day, March 4th. wear your pajamas. Grinch Day, March 5th, wear ugly Christmas sweater or some other Christmas attire. Going to read various Seuss books. Scheduled for the Medford shop includes Grinch Day, March 4th, Fairy Tale Friday, March 5th, and reservations are recommended. So not everybody jettisoned Dr. Seuss. And over in Philly, Eastern State Penitentiary tours, if you haven't been on that. Learn about the snowy owls in New Jersey. New Jersey Nature Conservancy will host the Winter's White Wave Snowy Owls in New Jersey at 1 p.m. March 11th via Zoom. That sounds cool. Gallery 50 presents La Magique. Gallery 50 will host La Magique, an exhibit curated by Terry Amig and Molly Carpenter during March. And artist receptions will be held 6 to 9 p.m. March 5th. CDC protocols in place. And where is that? Gallery is at 50 East Commerce Street. Doesn't say the town. It's in New Jersey, though. Go to gallery50.org for more. Oh, there's so much to do. In Elmer, the barn hosts a spring market. Good. The markets are opening up. Floral raiments, soaps, lotions, jewelry, all kinds of cool homey stuff. Enjoy country line dancing at Burlington County Fairgrounds. That will be free. Starts at 1 p.m. Fridays in March at the fairgrounds at 1960 Jacksonville Jobstown Road. Take a musical break with Rowan Bands, Rowan University's symphonic band, under the direction of Joseph Higgins, and the concert band, under the direction of Mark Kadetsky, will present a virtual concert down by the riverside, 7:30 p.m. March 4th. Okay, cool. Artist Marketplace opens in Philadelphia. Artists and Artisans Market will open March 5th at Cherry Street Pier. This is in Philly, number 9, at 121 North Columbus Boulevard. South Jersey Wineries offers wine, music, and more. That's all we are in South Jersey these days. Wineries and breweries. Food Truck Friday. Ooh, that's fun. I've been to the food truck events, and they're really cool. Because I'm a foodie. I love the food. And now that my fridge is dead and I've lost all my food, I might have to eat at a food truck for a while. 5:30 to 8 p.m. March 5th features music by the Grouser Girls. And food available from Josie Kelly's food truck, White Horse Winery. Country Sundays, noon to 4. March 7th features music by Shot of Southern Duo. In the outdoor champagne patio garden, table reservations recommended. Renault Winery, that's in Egg Harbor Township. Renault's finally on board with this. They were kind of like behind the times for a while, but they seem to have gotten the memo that everybody's doing cool stuff at the wineries. Oh God, I clicked. What the heck happened? Oh, there we go. Country Sundays. Oh, we did that one. Educational wine tasting, noon to 3:30, March 6th, for 21 and older, and that's at Cape May Winery. Saturday live music series features wine plus music by Jeff Kessler and Stephanie Cefalo indoors from the Wine Bar Kitchen, and that's at Sherratt Winery. Oh, that's a lot of my relatives live near Sherratt. It's a really nice new winery if you haven't been. That is March 6th, 5:30 to 8 p.m. Good one to end on. That's it for South Jersey Pineys. So check out all the fun stuff to do. And I'm going to go back and go into the basement and try to cobble together some dinner with what's left of the thawed out, refrozen food I have left.